Meet Bohemia, our trusty LDV convoy. We're turning this old school bus into our tiny home on wheels. And that's us, Steph and Els.
Did my glasses need cleaning? Today on the 9 o'clock news.
Good morning, team, and welcome back to another exciting episode of our How Not to Build a Van series. Sorry to interrupt Steph and Els from the past, but before we get into the van stuff, we just want to wish you a Happy New Year! So if you follow us on Instagram, then you may already know that in January, the 1st of January, we launched our clothing brand.
So taking inspiration from our beautiful bus Bohemia, we have named our new business Bohemia Organic. There are 4 main collections in there. You've got Bohemia Wanderers, and in that is some little treats for you van lifers, LGBTQIA+, and also empowerment.
Show your t-shirt off then, please.
Okay, there you go. This is mine.
This is mine.
Lovely.
I don't know if you can even see. But the link is in the description, so go and get yourself some buys and let us know what you think. Anyway, carry on, Els and Steph from the past. This is episode 12.
I literally had no idea what episode it was then.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes it's going to take us to complete this van build, maybe a few hundred. Let's see what happens.
We're halfway there. So on this episode we are doing the headliner, so that goes above the cab as a little storage area, and the cladding.
So it's been quite a difficult task, the cladding, because every time we screw into it, it splits.
Because it's really shit and thin, basically.
Yeah, it's not ideal. But we
On.
persevered.
The reason it is ideal is because it is so thin that it's lightweight, and obviously when you're in a camper van you've got a weight limit that you need to consider.
Yeah, so the lighter the better in our eyes.
Even if it splits.
And we're currently stuck on whether to paint it white, the tongue and groove, or to varnish it. At the moment it's bracketed under there, so that's drilled into metal. We've got 2 batons at the moment running along. We're going to reinforce the structure by putting several other batons across using the pocket hole jig. And then on top will be ply, underneath will be ply, different sizes obviously, and you will see how this plays out, if it does play out successfully, that is. Wood is on delivery, it's going to be arriving tomorrow, and we are spending today getting some few final bits to make our bed, to secure our headliner. Yeah, so today is like shop, and the first place on our list, there's only one place. What are you doing in IKEA, mate?
I mean, I kind of wish I hadn't taken this on. Because wood is split and just things haven't gone away, and yet again something else is wonky. I'm trying to make it secure. I mean, we are only going to have clothes up here, but I don't know, it's going to be above our heads whilst we're driving, so it needs to be really secure.
It does.
But we've got more wood coming today. We even went to IKEA and bought a mid-beam, which we're using the mid-beams for our bed, but that thing is far too big to put above our heads, so...
It just wouldn't, I mean, it fits lengthwise, but it just wouldn't...
We have a spare mid-beam if anybody wants one.
Yeah, it just wouldn't fit plush with the ply, would it?
No.
So we're going to line this with ply either side, so it's going to be like a bit of a sandwich.
So basically, my stepdad has given us sound advice and just said, over-engineer everything.
Yeah.
So, although we've got the brackets holding this piece of wood in place, and then we've drilled in so many holes, screws here, we're also putting some brackets on top and potentially some L brackets on the sides. You know, you can never be too safe, right?
Yeah. I thought that these little hands would be so crafty.
We are carpeting the headliner, so we've cut all the ply for on top and on bottom. So before we put that up, we have to obviously carpet this, because it's difficult as it is with this in the way, but even more difficult if the ply was in the way as well. So we've just stood here like absolute noobs, like holding the carpet up as I cut it from the bottom. And hopefully, but this is the stretch carpet that we got, and it's like 2 by 5 meters. It cost us like 40 quid, so hopefully that will do all of the front cab.
It really reminds me of like Gandalf's cape.
Oh, don't get no creases.
Oh, is this spraying back down in your eyes?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Oh,
You need glasses?
Yeah. Hold on. Bit at a time.
You want to go down, babe?
You?
Yeah.
But you want to put it because it's strapped.
Yeah, like a bit of a down and a...
Oh shit, no, there's a wrinkle here. Ah. See, you've messed it.
So the carpet is up. Just trying to iron out the creases as we speak. And it's a little bit wonky. But
It's carpet and things are going to be covering
yeah,
it.
things are going to be covering it. So we're not really going for aesthetics for this because this is obviously...
This bit out, babe, but this is ridiculous, this flap.
Steph, the way she's done the headliner, the ply that's resting up there, we've done it in two because it was a really, really difficult cut. So she's already carpeted one piece and this is just the final piece to carpet. Nice! Your little project. Nearly complete, just need to do the ply at the bottom. It's time to go and get our cladding! We're just doing a bit of research. We've got a curvy ceiling, so research is very much needed. Arms cramping. So I feel like this bit is quite an exciting part of the build because we did the floor. So when you're doing things like this in the camper van, like the floor, the cladding, the walls, the kitchen, blah blah blah, it's the bits that are permanent, whereas we've spent the last 10 episodes fixing rust, things that you're not going to see.
We've been taking things off the van, not putting
taking things off the van, fixing it. So these are the permanent fixtures, so that's exciting. So we went and got our cladding, which was quite cheap. It's like 9mm stuff
8 mil.
8mm, and then last night we tacked it in just with some hammers because I think when you're putting your cladding up, you need to kind of see where it's going to meet the corners because corners can be a little bit tricky. But we won, didn't we? A little bit.
Almost.
Almost.
I mean, it's better than we thought it was going to be, so there's no gaps.
Today we're going to cut the cladding to size, the tongue and groove to size, because we're going to have a split, 2 different parts, and then we're going to use a hole saw kit to cut the lights, and then I'll be wiring up the lights as well. So it's an exciting day. So this will be our first time using another new tool. So this is a hole saw kit.
How'd you get it out?
And we're off to a great start.
Oh, that's all.
We're going to be using the hole saw kit to create the holes in our tongue and groove, which will be where the lights come down from.
I've got no idea how to use this. Okay, so I've stopped halfway because I got some tips from Our Wild Horizon that when you're drilling a hole through the wood, to stop it from fraying or splitting, to go halfway through, turn it over and then do the other half that way, basically.
Ooh, is this going to work though?
What? Don't know. See, aren't we?
Sugar honey iced tea, mama.
Oh, it bloody fits better this side, doesn't it?
Yep. So, should we cut this one down to size?
Yeah.
And then we can go...
Yeah.
Just a little in-betweeny bit. Any bits of metal that we have exposed, we're using this grey carpet that we used to do our headliner. Just to cover it up. Make it less metally.
This is the result. I mean, it will look a lot neater along the trim because we have got a black trim to go along here. We just had to do this before we put the last bit of cladding up, so that we can cover all the metal bits. Oh God, what's she done? You all right?
Yeah, man.
What's happened? Oh God. Oh my God, that's our trim.
A problem that we had that Steph very, very quickly resolved was, so we ran the batons along where our metal struts were in the van, so we could drill the wood into the metal. Perfect. And then the cladding then goes into the wood. Perfection. But there is this gap here where there is no metal and it's just a fiberglass roof. So we had no struts to then drill into, therefore we could not put the wood in. So what Steph has done is done a bit of a makeshift, haven't you? Why do you look really?
Because you're just saying words right now.
Alright, okay, let me dumb it down.
Hold on, can I try and explain?
Yeah, let's go.
So basically, because we've got a sky vent here, we have to cut our cladding to fit around the sky vent, meaning there are no struts to drill the ends of these bits that we've cut into, because like Al said, it's just fiberglass roof. So what I've done is, obviously I've cut the bits that are going here, and then I've got a piece of wood, glued these pieces of cladding onto that wood with wood glue, and then I've used Sikaflex to glue that piece of wood to the roof.
And if you're still with us, good on you. So for the purpose of this exercise is where our sky vent is. Well, yeah, it's where our sky vent is basically. So this piece of wood is not even a piece of wood anymore really, because it's got 2 holes in it and a massive gap. Having now completed at least 95% of our cladding, it is safe to say
It's shit.
we will never be doing this again. Let me give you a little tour.
So let's start with this side, because actually, although I was really upset about it being wonky, this is actually the nicer looking side.
This bit looks horrific.
What bit? We'll just ignore that. But because the thing is, this is nothing in comparison to that side.
Let's not look at that side yet. So we are not too bothered because we're going to have a bit of a partition wall here, so you're not going to see
this is what we keep
how
telling
wonky
ourselves.
it is.
There's going to be something covered up here and also here.
Yeah, so we weren't actually intending on putting anything over. Gonna have to talk a bit louder.
Can't hear you, babes.
So we weren't actually intending on putting anything over here. This was just gonna be just a wall. And now we're gonna have to put a partition in.
Because of this. It looks shit.
Because of this.
Can you get it from this angle? Because it's even worse.
Oh, do I want it? Yeah, so that happened. We're over it. We were very upset. Steph's not. I mean, maybe if you're really, really good at DIY, then you'll be able to tell us how you can rectify the situation. Whether we have the patience to do it, we're not sure.
Stand up straight here.
And yeah, we're having a bit of a height problem with the ceiling. So Steph is just going to hang out here for a bit. Next time on how not to build camper van. Right, it's from the top. Make it drop. There's no. My granddad and Nan watches this. Let's not sing that song. So we've got our lights. I'm gonna try and explain this all again because I feel like the first time we'll be like, please work.
Lord, give me light.
Yay! Woo!
They're very fun.